manure tea. Our rabbit manure tea. It's poo water.
We just went to the neighbor's house, 2 houses down, to get some hay. So, got this whole truck loaded up with hay, drove it home, and pulled in the driveway. And there's a trailer in our driveway that we forgot to move from last night. So, either we were gonna have to unload the hay, somehow put it out here so that we could even get to the hitch to hook up the trailer, or I was trying to rack my brain. Our neighbors have a gate into their pasture right here. I'm like, is there any way we can just pull through there and get the truck to the back? And then I had a bright idea. We have a van with a hitch. So we're gonna hip the van up to the trailer to move the trailer so that we can take the truck to the back to unload the hay. And the back of the van is completely full of pig and cow feed that also has not been unloaded because there was a trailer in the way. So now we're going to hook our really heavily laden van up to the heavy trailer to move it.
We're about to break our van. That's the moral of the story.
I'm walking, but all these thoughts are
No!
and catch me if you can.
Oh, it's going. It's going.
If I should chase behind or stop wondering.
It's a good thing we don't have to go far, because that's really low.
And they keep asking where the hell I'm going.
Can you get your block out?
Nope. Getting the jack.
Sweet. So Barrett just barely fixed this trailer like this morning. That's why it's still here. And put this nice jack right in the middle where it's supposed to be. This is what we have been doing to prop up our trailer for the last year. Using this high lift jack. Which does work, but it's also very dangerous. What happened last time? We dropped a trailer on ourselves last week. It was a little scary, but thankfully we didn't get hurt.
I just toss and turn all night. And I don't know where time is gonna take me.
Yeah, good thing we didn't have to go very far. That is low.
It's not terrible. Look at the angle of your trailer.
What angle? Oh, how it's
riding like this.
yeah.
Stay, and I'm on slow. Yeah, stay.
There's our pile of feed. We've got 3 weeks till the county fair. I'm hoping this will last us so I don't have to go pick up more feed, but I'm also hoping that they gain enough weight that they can actually sell their animals. So I guess it'd be a good thing if we go through it all. Then maybe they'll get enough weight. We're really pushing. It's been so hot this summer. The animals haven't been eating as much. And they're underweight. So we're just trying to feed them and spray them off as much as we can. It's it's a race against time.
True.
Those are some muddy piggies.
Yeah. That's why I was beating them off the stick. Did you see what it did to my leg?
That's why we have a lake out here. We're trying to keep water in here as much as possible so they can cool down and then they'll actually keep eating. But they've got 3 weeks to gain like 40 pounds. What you got there, Becca?
A chicken?
What are you doing with that chicken? Just giving her hugs?
Is that one wooden? Like that.
Well, the rest of the video this week was initially supposed to include me building something to block our trailer so it doesn't roll away from us anymore. It was been kind of dangerous the last few times we've unloaded that trailer because it keeps wanting to roll around, and even blocking just under the tires, it's kind of rolled over it. Just the spot we keep trying to put it, I guess, it's got a weird heel to it. So I was going to build something to really block those tires well until Thursday morning. I'm driving, just going to work, and my truck died on me. So a few weeks ago, you might remember that little yellow car that I usually drive for work died on me. That one ended up being the timing belt went out, and so I'm in the process of replacing that. It's got it all pulled apart. Mostly I just got to get a tool in to get the belt loose, but this truck died on me, and so had to tow it back, and I'm pretty sure the water pump's out on it. I got to get it looked at a little bit more to make sure it's the water pump, but I'm 100% or I'm 90% sure that it's the water pump. It's the fuel pump. So the fuel pump died on me. So change of plans. I was going to spend my whole weekend replacing the fuel pump. Well, we haven't had rain here in forever, and today it's pouring. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm sure you can see the puddles out here. Particularly, you can see the puddle sitting underneath that truck where I'm going to have to lay down to get to the fuel pump. So it looks like that plan is changing too. So frankly, I don't know what I'm going to be doing today, and I don't know what you're going to see the rest of this video. I really need to get one of these cars working, because right now we are down to one car, Andrea's van, and she has places to be, and I still have to work next week. I can't just sit at home and fix cars. Both cars are stuck where they are. There's no getting them out. I mean, I could tow them in to have somebody else work on them, but I don't want to pay for somebody else to work on my car when I can do it myself. And I'd have it done if it stopped raining. I can't complain. We have been in a terrible drought this year. We have very, very little rain. We don't get much rain during the summer anyway, but our reservoirs and our rivers have been very low. Well, our rivers have been high because we're trying to push water to people downstream of us who are in even worse drought. But our reservoir is low, so this rain will actually be awesome for us. A lot of the farmers around here have had some of their water cut off. Most people irrigate from the river and from ditches. A lot of that's been cut off, and or at least been limited. So this should help a lot, take some of the pressure off of that. So really a blessing. Just kind of annoying timing that I'd really like to be fixing my cars. In the meantime, I guess I'll go eat some breakfast. Well, it's the next day. I spent the entire yesterday working on this car. Let me show you. Well, there's not much to see, but we got in here, we stripped this down even to the point of getting into my valves. What happened with it was the timing. I talked about it a few weeks ago. I said that we had a camshaft sensor that went out. It was not the camshaft sensor. The camshaft sensor threw a code because my timing belt got destroyed, and everybody keeps telling me, make sure you replace those things on time. Well, I didn't know how close you had to be. I was like, I think 3,000 miles over the time that needed to replace. Blew up. So the timing belt went out. Anybody that knows anything about a motor, this is a interference motor. So when that timing belt went out, it hit the valves hit the piston, bent all my valves. Motor's pretty much shot. I'm gonna have to replace the head on it. It's probably not worth that, so I'm probably not gonna do it, and I'm probably just gonna give the thing away or sell it. I mean, it's a $1,500 car. But spent most of my day doing that yesterday. That pickup is also down. I did get a tool in and tested the fuel pump. Fuel pump is bad, so I'm gonna have to replace that. That's not as tough as a job. I just got to get some tools in to make it easier for myself, because I'm not gonna spend my entire day fighting with stupid bolts. There's 6 big bolts, 6, 8, I can't remember. There's a few bolts on the bottom of that bed that you have to pull out, and then you can lift the whole bed off, and then I can get to the fuel pump pretty easy, and it should just take a few minutes after that. I'm not going to bore you guys with the video of when working on that or the other car, because that's not what you came here to see. Nobody wants to see me work on cars and yell at them and throw tools and yeah, not get anything done. We're here for homesteading, and so I'm going to show you some homesteading real fast. This is as far as we're getting with homesteading this week. This bucket here is full of the rainwater from yesterday. This is also the bucket that we use to collect rabbit manure off of our little rabbit cage we have. It's got a slant on it for the top 2 cages, so that the manure can roll down, the urine can roll down, and it doesn't cover the rabbits below them. So this is about half full of rabbit manure. The rest of the way is full of water. This out here is really actually the front lawn, but it's also where we moved our chickens through, and we kind of use it as pasture for the small animals, for the meat birds, and I'm also going to build some hutches for the rabbits to, like a little tractor, rabbit tractor, to move the rabbits around out here for our meat rabbits. So we've got a few spots that are pretty well, I mean, they don't grow much. So we're gonna fertilize it with our rabbit poo water, manure tea. Our rabbit manure tea. It's poo water. So we're gonna go throw that out there, and that's gonna be our homesteading for the day. Well, that came out a little chunkier than I anticipated, so I had to use a rake to spread the love a little bit. But that spot is now good and fertilized, and we should get a lot better grass growing there. So now I'm just gonna sit here and wait for the grass to green up. This week has not been much homesteading going on. This video is not gonna be much of homesteading. But next week we will return strong with some good homesteading material. We promised you real life on this channel, and this is real life. Some days you end up working on a stupid car and getting nothing done, and you can't do much of your other projects. But we'll catch you guys next week with an awesome video.